Alrighty folks, that is the subject of our next video. Again, it's your friendly neighborhood realtor, DC the Realtor, still here in San Jacinto, California. Alright then, and this property that we're looking at right now, this is going to be let me turn the camera around. There we go. This is a 2-story, right, obviously. 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3 baths, 2-car garage with a den and a loft. We're talking about 2,500 square feet roughly, right? And this bad boy is going to be starting in the low 5s. And that's the thing about this area when you come out this far east, all right, then what you're getting is much more square footage and lower prices. Let's go on inside and take a look, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Let's take a look. Alrighty, folks, so once again, as we enter, this bad boy is going to be starting in the low 5s. That's 509K. All right, then. She's a 2-story, roughly 2,500 square feet. 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3 baths, 2-car garage, optional den, so on and so forth. Here is our open concept, folks. There she is. So let's start off with a bang. Here's our money shot of the living area. All right, then, like I said, she's an open concept. Let's get another view. All right, here we have yet another view of the open concept from the living area. And of course, adjacent to the living area, as you can see right there, money shot, there's our dining area, folks. And of course, adjacent to it, which makes us why this is an open concept, and why it's referred to as an open concept, there, folks, is our gourmet kitchen, money shot, bam. All right then. And there's plenty of wall room here for storage that they've elected to show it. That's a pretty wise choice. As you can see, our backyard is off in the distance there. Beautiful bay windows letting in lots of natural sunlight, even in the kitchen here. And look at the cabinetry, choice cabinetry. Okay, the island here is pretty modest, I must say. All right then, but they've done a good job of making it a handsome setup, I would say. All right then, so let's take it this way. As you can see, the countertops are beautiful. Granite countertops, choice cabinetry. All right then, the backsplash is also marbled. All right then, cabinets, top, bottom, state-of-the-art Whirlpool appliances. All right then, the refrigerator, of course, folks, would not be included. There's your garage access. This, no doubt, is a pantry. There you go. And let's take another look at the open concept from the kitchen here. Alrighty, folks, as always, I just want to take this time to recommend to you that, listen, you absolutely want to come into these situations with an advocating for you, that is a real estate agent like myself. Okay, then, just like you wouldn't go to a court without a lawyer, you absolutely do not want to come into these situations. New builds, model homes, leasing agents, you don't want to come into a situation like that without someone there to represent you. Just like you wouldn't go to court without a lawyer, you definitely don't want to come into a situation like this. Real estate, there's a lot going on. All right, without someone there to advocate for you and represent your interests solely, with that being their main purpose. Okay, folks, thank you very much. On to the rest of the video. All right, then, as you know, there's storage underneath the island. The dishwasher is also included, right? Now, from here, one more view of the open concept. All right, then. And from here, we're going to take it to the backyard. All right, then. And like I said, this builder, what makes them a premier builder? And this is fact. What makes them a premier builder is the fact that they give you ample backyard space. All right, then they don't try to cram a lot of homes into the space. Their concern is with making sure that the buyer has a good experience, a good living experience, and a very useful one, right? This provides a lot of utility or usefulness, a backyard like this. Look at this, folks. Look at this, it extends this way. All right then. And like I always say, it sounds too good to be true, what I say about this particular builder in their backyards, but look, it speaks for itself. They have given you all this backyard space and thrown this in, giving you 2,500 square foot of interior living space, all right then, up and downstairs, all right then. You got a beautiful open concept, which is a modern floor plan, all right then, making this a modern and contemporary home. Look at all the space on the patio there. Look at all the grass you have here. Again, conducive to family living. You got children, all right then, you like to entertain, so on and so forth. Well, this is for you. This is for you, all right then. Look at that patio. Look at the paved portion. There's the grass portion, and then there's even more for your shrubbery, so on and so forth. If you're a gardening enthusiast, this is paradise. All right then, imagine what you could do with this, all you gardeners. Look at this. Here's the view of the home. It's even handsome from the backyard. Look at all that space. Again, this is what makes these folks a premier builder. Once again, my name is Derek Walker, and I am affiliated with Century 21 King. All right then, we are located in Rancho Cucamonga on Baseline Road, 9235 Baseline Road. Please come and look us up, folks. All right then, so as we re-enter from that ample backyard space, again, another view of the living area, right? And our dining area and our gourmet kitchen. All right, so right there you see that closet. Obviously, that's gonna be storage. And I always like to point out the storage in my videos because like I always say, folks, there it is. When you think like myself and my family, you need all the storage you can get. All right then, I wanna make sure I point them out. Okay, let's spin it back around. We walked right past when we came in. First of all, look at the wall space you have here. So if you like to decorate, if you're a person who likes fine art, here's definitely a place where you could display it, right? As you come in your front door. Come on now. Come on now. What's not to like? Off here you have a little, some cabinetry here in this little nook, right? More storage. So over here is your guest suite, your guest bathroom. Look at that. Look at that shower. Look at the hardware in this bathroom. Like again, this builder, they don't play around. They want you to understand that they're serious about getting your business, and what makes them a premier builder is the attention that they pay to details. All right, trying to deck it out, so to speak, make everything pop. All right, those little details will let you know you're dealing with a premier builder. And this builder certainly is that. So here's our guest suites. Right, let me give you another view. Oops, my bad. Oh, we're just spinning around then. Another view. All right then. All right, there's our closet. Now, all that, folks, and we haven't even gone on the second level. Also, folks, just want to inform you that there are currently down payment assistance programs available, not just for first-time home buyers, but for second, third-time home buyers as well. FHA and conventional type loans. Those programs are out there. There's information on the bottom of the screen. Feel free to give those folks a call. Give me a call. I can do the best I can to answer your questions or direct you to someone else who can. Okay then? Thank you. And like I always do, I like to remind you, I said it in the backyard, but I'm DC the Realtor. All right, then my office is located in Rancho Cucamonga. Feel free to stop by, pay us a visit, okay, folks? So as you notice, there's a huge window here on the stairwell, providing lots of natural sunlight, which is always good. Always good. The more natural sunlight you got, the less electricity you got to spend, right? Or use. Look what we have here. Right off the stairwell, we have an ample loft space. Goodness gracious. All right then, let me give you another view of the storage of the loft. Let's just spin on around. Look what we got here. All right then, that's a 65-inch television on that wall, and they still got plenty of room for all that. Give you an idea, folks, of the spaciousness of this loft. All righty then. All right, so as we walk down in this direction here, we're going to be confronted with our bedroom situation. All right, first, or the second bedroom, or the first bedroom on this level. Here she is. And let's get ourselves another view. I think they're suggesting that this room could be for a young man. All right, alrighty then. Here we go. That's that first one. Okay, let's take it on over and let's see what else we got. So we might as well hit this right over here. Look, here is our laundry room and two very nice washers and dryers here. Again, folks, washers and dryers do not come as part of new builds. They put them here to let you see what it's like, to reel you in, but they are not included. All right then, let's spin around. All right, you want to know how to obtain one of these in your deal? Come give me a call. I'll go over a strategy with you that we can employ to get them to try to get them, I should say. It's not a guarantee, but we're gonna try to get them to include those in your package. Here is some storage space. All right then. Okay, and we have us another full bath here, dual sinks. All right then. As you can see, there's a shower set up here. All right then. I like the hardware on the tub and shower there. Little details like that. They take the time to do that. They're trying to catch your attention and draw your attention to the fact that they pay attention to every little detail. These are the things that you're looking for in a building, folks. Attention to detail. So to the left here, I'm assuming that that's our master bath. I didn't do a walkthrough like I usually do. So to the right here is yet another bedroom. Whoa, I missed one. Okay, so here's another bedroom. All right then, and it looks like they're saying they're proposing this to be for a toddler. All right then, and they did a pretty good job of, staging it that way. I'm not mad at them for that. All right then. All right, so to my right, here's the bedroom that I almost missed. Yet another bedroom. Look at that. Look at that. I like the window. I like a nice big window. The bigger the window, the more the natural sunlight. This is how it would be in the middle of the day. I'd have this bad boy wide open, letting all that natural light come in. All right, I'm absolutely not a recluse, that's for sure. All right then, so here's that bedroom, okay? And right across the way here, folks, is sure to be, drum roll please, money shot. This is our master, folks. Look what we have here. That is absolutely a king size bed. I like the post there, or the headboard, I should say. Look at that. Look at this headboard. It's made of like a foam material, almost like a sofa would be made out of. Very clever. That's what I like too about going through these new builds, the way they stage them, the furniture they use. All right, they give you a lot of good ideas about how to stage your own home, right? I'm not the only one that does that, right? All right. So again, here's our walk-in closet. What's a master bedroom always say? Without a walk-in closet. Let's spin around and come on out. Here's another view of the master. All right. Look at the beautiful large windows and all that beautiful sunlight coming in. Goodness. And over here we have what? This is our master bathroom, folks. What a nice job they did of representing this as such. There's our restroom area, the flooring, state of the art. Those are tiles. All right, they look like travertine. And we have us a shower here. The detail in the black railing, so on and so forth. Matching the hardware on the sink, right? Anybody from back in the days, things used to match. If you're from back in the day, if you grew up in the 80s, we used to have things match. That was very important. Well, this is certainly working out in the matching department. Okay, folks, so as I come on out of here, I want to remind you folks who I am. I'm DC the Realtor. All right, I'm on social media. You can find me right here on YouTube, but you can also find me on TikTok. I'm dc.the.realtor. And on Instagram, I'm dcw.the.realtor. YouTube, I'm just plain old DC the Realtor. All right, folks, as we go down the stairs here, just want to remind you, please give me a call. You want to know about this or any other property that you leisure. You're driving around town, you see a house with for sale sign, you drive around town, you see a community like this, give me a call. I'd love to escort you through there. And then while we at it, I can make sure that you have expert representation and making sure you get everything that there is to gain in a situation like that. One more fell swoop of the beautiful open concept, which includes our living room, that ample backyard that I told you about, which makes this builder one of the premier builders in this locale, the dining room, the gourmet kitchen, right? This builder spares no expense and make you understand, look, we're serious about the homes that we build. We want your business. All right, then, folks, so do me a favor, please. If you like what you see in this video, please do me a favor. Or if you're interested in purchasing something else, do me a favor. Just call the number at the bottom of the screen. I'll be happy to help represent you in finding another property or getting you into this one as well. Okay, then? Like I said, you absolutely want to have a representative advocating for your interests. Okay, then? I'm here for you. Take it easy. God bless. They do quite a good job. And as usual, as we depart, one last view of the exterior, folks. Alrighty, folks, there she is one last time. And again, she is roughly 2,500 square feet, 2 stories, 4 to 5 bedrooms, right? 2.5 baths, 2-car garage. There's a loft and there's an optional 5th bedroom at that den. All right then, here we go. There's a 3rd car garage over there in the corner. All right, your 2-car. What a beautiful home. And it's priced in the low 500s, folks. To be specific, 509K at this particular time. Right then, I don't imagine prices are going to be going down. All right then, which is good news and bad news. It's good news if you're a person that's purchasing this property and you happen to buy right now for 509. We know that homes and prices increase. That means you'll be getting equity. As the value of this home rises, you gain equity on everything in excess of what you paid for it. That's one of the main benefits of home ownership. The opportunity to accumulate wealth through equity. Give me a call, folks. I got more jewels like that to drop on you. All right then, and more properties. Look at my channel. All right then, I'm all over. All right then, I'm all over the Inland Empire. Today I'm in San Jacinto. I'm in Hemet. I'm in Lake Elsinore. I'm in Corona. I'm in Fontana. Right? I'm in Pasadena. Right? You name it, Inland Empire, even LA County. I'm there. I'm branching out. Inland Empire and beyond. DC the Realtor. All right then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, folks. One last view of this beautiful property as we depart. Come on. There she is, folks. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. Take it easy, folks.